I do want to apologize for the graphical errors in this podcast. We will have regularly scheduled good graphics on the next one. Thank you so much for listening.
Can we get much higher? So high.
It's a great day here at Kek Cast, your true #1 One Piece TCG podcast. Today, with me, I am catching up with Saucy. How are you doing today, Saucy?
Blended, Kek. How are you doing?
I am doing so good. Thank you so much for asking. And
Wonderful.
again, I am KEKFILA, the one and only. And before we start this podcast, I first actually just want to do a quick shout out to Loser Dawn. They've been catching on. And have you been using those at all at locals? I think you had a set of 10 on one of your videos. Is that right?
Oh yeah, all the time. I like to swap out from my Straw Hat Dawn and my Loser Dawn depending on my mood. But I actually only have one Loser Dawn. I gave 10 to my girlfriend. Yeah.
Oh,
because
really?
I could never get the 10th winner Dawn, so I replaced the 10th one with the Loser Dawn because I didn't get the 10.
It's really hard to get 10. Did you earn all those? Did you have to buy a couple? Because that's
truthfully, I earned 7 of them, and then 2 of them I got from friends that saw my little mission, and they helped me out.
Well, my question is, as far as that goes, like there were 3 other promos, and there's no way you won like 30 locals. And like basically you always got a Frankie or an Izo or a Maria or a Dawn, right?
You know what's crazy is that I actually didn't get many of the other ones. I only got I got so many Winter Dawns, but also so many Frankie ones.
Oh, okay.
And I think I got like 2 Black Maria, and I think like 2 or 3 Winter Izo.
I think
the rest were
I think I got 1 Frankie. I was lucky, but then I got like mostly Winter Dawn or Izo, so I lucked out. But OPO3's here. Does your locals have OPO3 winner packs yet? Like for
they do actually. That's why I went to the locals today because they had them.
Yeah,
I was trying to win a winner tournament pack 3 card, but no luck today, unfortunately. I had a very bad run-in with the Lady Luck, just not giving me any searchers.
Yeah,
very unfortunate.
Our locals don't have them yet because of distributor issues. Apparently, Bondi has been too frustrating. I've heard some stores just shut down, like don't even touch it because of how annoying that is.
You know what? That is actually happening a lot also out here. There's very few stores that actually got their shipment of the Wave 3 packs. Most of them only have set 2 right now. Actually.
I don't know how stores do it, but I always hear these things from other store owners or like people that work there, and they're like, "Yeah, they have to like talk to a guy." I'm like, "What do you mean that they actually have someone to talk to, and they still don't get all their stuff on time?" Like,
like a Bondi representative,
something. Yeah, some guy who has all the promos. And who knows? Like they have to talk to somebody. I'm like, that's just not an automated thing that's just sent out by some robot, like some kind of bill paycheck. Apparently not.
That's weird. Yeah, like they need to like get permission from this representative. Well, no wonder it's so hard to get product.
Yeah.
Right?
Well,
they don't make it easy for us.
I don't know how much OPO3 product you got at one of our stores. They ordered like 600 boxes of OPO3, so they're not going to run.
600?
Yeah, I'm not kidding.
Wow.
They have so many boxes. They will never.
Why?
They just pre-ordered it months and months ago because
Why do
the
you
game
need
was
that many?
the game was popping off, and like they were tired of just doing they were tired of just handing out like store credit and people like not really using it, you know. So now they just
they're just sitting on like hundreds of dollars ready to cash out.
Yeah.
There's one local that I go to. They never have product. I think I'm sitting on like almost $200 worth of credit.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, you got to give me something to buy, man.
Yeah.
Like, this is ridiculous.
Did I ever tell you about the guy at our store who has like an insane amount of store credit, or had an insane amount of store credit? Did you ever listen to that?
I did. I remember you did say that, and he just like bought a shit ton of boxes.
Yeah, he sold his car to the shop for 10 grand a store credit. That was
wow.
Yeah, and
that is that's pretty wild. That's dedication right there.
Yeah,
but low-key, like the other option, if he sold his car like at a dealer or something, he probably would have gotten less credit.
I think,
right?
Because he's a collector, E+. So
right.
Yeah.
Cars generally have good return value. You just have to know what you're investing
as long as you know as long as they're valued to you, it's a good investment, I suppose.
I mean, I guess that's the truth about all cards, right? Where
he's somebody looking
we
for
give
like,
the cards the value.
He's looking for like a playset of everything. He tries to get one pre-release of every card, of a stamp pre-release of every card. That kind of thing going on.
Oh, I see.
And so yeah, some of those are crazy. Have you seen some of the set 2 prices?
Bro, your money is not gonna last that long if you're trying to go that hard.
Yeah. Well, I laugh people that try to do a play set of everything. Like, that's not needed. Just do one of everything, or get a play set of everything and sell the other things as a master.
Yeah.
Right.
I have a buddy. Actually, he just got into the game. I got him into the game. He's playing Nami right now, and I convinced him to foil out his deck, but he went way too far. He's trying to get stamps too. I'm like, bro, that is
some stamps are like really easy. They're really easy, but the thing is, the set 2 stamps like Thatch, the 6/8 vanilla, that's like $20.
Dude, so is Deathwink right now.
Wait, Deathwink is $20?
Like over $20. Yeah. Because you need 4 of them in the Nami deck.
I never even thought of that card.
Yeah, dude.
I know.
That's why I was
Gecko
like,
Moria's went up to like $20-something. I bought all mine for $5 each from people. Like, I just said $5,
yeah.
$5.
I got lucky with the Morias. I got my set of Morias.
Yeah. I think I only got like 3 Mihawks though.
3 Mohawks?
3 Mohawks. Yeah, I got 3 Mihawks, but I don't think I'm playing any more than that. But before we actually jump into,
you talking about the 2K counter Mihawk?
No. The 6/8, the 6/8 vanilla.
Oh, yeah. It's all right.
Yeah,
it's all right.
I mean, I don't know. I didn't pull anything, dude. My pulls have been so bad this set. I think I have pulled the worst.
Did you pull any
anybody. Alts? Out of packs that were not a box, I pulled 0 alts. I played in like 4 pre-releases.
Wow.
I guess the best thing I got was like a Dawn. And then like the boxes I bought, I think one box was like alt Soja King, alt Usopp, and a Katakuri. I'm like, dude, this is pretty bad. Like, I don't think it could get really much worse with how I pulled.
I think I locked on my boxes. I did like 2 box openings. And I got some pretty stacked pulls, not gonna lie.
Yeah, you have like those hour-long box opening videos. Some of those actually slap, you know, those videos have been getting views, you know. I did 2 videos. My first one got like 500 views, and then my second one only got like 100. But the first one did really well. I'm still kind of surprised about views. Actually, the top before we talk about the set, I just released a video for Doflamingo, okay? I don't know if you saw that.
I saw it.
It's like insane clickbait, right? Clickbait here, clickbait. Don't click.
Yeah.
And it has like 700 views, so it's like, you know,
700.
Yeah.
Wow,
pretty good. Yeah,
you just gotta put undefeated,
and boobs in the middle of it, and people will click.
Make it look really good. People will watch it.
Yeah, I mean, it did run well. I think it's like I'm already like sold on Doflamingo. I was making any excuse to go back to it, but I just had to play a couple tournaments and go, oh yeah, this is the deck for me. It's still good.
I have a very different experience than you do. Lately with Dofi, and I am like, I'm not gonna lie. I feel like I've really got the low rolls lately, because when I lose a game, I'm always like evaluating if I actually like played it poorly or
variance. Yeah,
I got a really bad roll. And yeah, out of the 2 tournaments I've been to, so last Sunday I went to like a case tournament and played like, it was 6 rounds, I believe. And I went X and 2, and I barely missed top cut for that one. And then tonight, it was a 4-round tournament, and I went X2 tonight. So out of the 10 games I played, I've lost like 4 times.
Did you play
2 of the
Dofi?
4 times I lost, I didn't see any searcher. And one of them was the worst because I didn't see any searcher. I went second, and he like had the nuts. It was just like the perfect storm of like to lose a game.
Variance happens, right? And
for sure,
sometimes you can't. I don't know what your build's like as well. Did you see what mine was at the beginning of my video?
I think our build is pretty similar.
Are you still running Kuma Pacifista?
I gotta recall, but huh?
Are you still playing Kuma Pacifista?
Yeah, I'm playing Kuma Pacifista. You're not running Pacifista, right?
I am running Pacifista. I'm running Kuma and Pacifista.
I'm running that too.
It's the GOAT. I run 4 and 4.
Oh, you run 4 and 4?
Yes.
Damn.
I run 4 Kuma, 4 Pacifista.
What are you not running is what I want to know. The deck is so tight.
It is so tight. I'm running 3 Gecko Moria.
3 of the 6K. Okay. Yeah. How many 3,000 worlds?
I'm actually running 3. I have a secret tech in my deck, which I'm not sure if I'm sold on it yet. 1 Gum Gum Rain. And it actually comes up every game.
I have a buddy that plays Dofi, and he runs 1 Gum Gum Rain also.
I think I'm vibing with it. It really helps when like you're doing your second or third or fourth turn, and you need to cover a body for like a really big attack.
How about Mihawks? How many Mihawks?
3.
3. Dude, I've been running 3, but it feels so shitty when you don't see it against certain matchups.
Yeah, but like I can't run 4.
And it comes up a lot at 3.
I can't run 4. If I don't see Mihawk and I don't see 1,000 world, then it's variance at that point. You know, I call it variance. But maybe I need to run 4 3,000 worlds.
Yeah, but here's the thing. You sometimes you're in a situation where you see your 3,000 worlds, but you need a Mihawk to clear like an ace or something. That literally happened to me today. I had like a dead 3,000 world. I'm like, why?
My issue is like sometimes I'm winning board and I'm just gonna clear out like a 1 cost or a 2 cost or even like a Marco, and I'm like, yeah, if I just had a 3,000 worlds instead and use Dofi ability, I might be happier, right? And then have a love mellow behind. That's where I'm stuck.
That was my reasoning too. That's why I run 4 actually. I run 4 3,000 worlds.
I'm thinking about switching to 4, but I still want to keep the Gum Gum Rain. So I'm thinking about going to 3 mellow, which that might hurt really bad. I really love 4 mellow.
You're running 4 mellow?
Yes.
4 mellow, 3,000 worlds, and 1 Gum Gum Rain.
Yes.
Bro, that's so heavy.
Yeah, I don't run any 1 cost besides Perona. If that helps. You decide.
So no law blockers?
No law blocker. They just get chumped by everything, including even yellow chumps them with their like they can actually use that 2K counter that's actually useless against it. I'm like, why would I play this? No, that like literally every deck just gets rid of it. Yeah, the one that nobody ever plays down.
Actually, somebody did that to me today. I was shocked. I was like, what the fuck? Card exists?
It's their like. You trust me, yellow has the most expensive removal unless it's Strucin. Strucin's like the cut fair one, right? But like,
actually,
it sucks.
I didn't mind that he did that though. I was like, all right, go ahead. Play your 2K, discard another card to clear my 1-drop blocker. That's fine.
It's the end game that gets it, right?
Well, yeah, if they're like going for game. Yeah. Dude, I think I solved yellow. Like I figured out. I played so many yellow like over the last couple days that I'm like, okay, I figured it out.
Okay. Let's pause that for a second. I actually want to jump into there's a quick thing of pre-release because we never talked about how our pre-releases were. Right. I don't want to go too much into it. I did win like 2 winner VVs. I traded one and then I gave one to my girlfriend. Yeah, it's they're pretty cool. Yeah. Oh yeah, she thought it was really cool looking. And so I felt the game was so simple and I was just like nailing it. It didn't matter what I was doing. It teaches me a lot about the game pre-release, how simple the game really is.
What did you draft? What were you playing, Kid?
I played Kid in things where I didn't draw a Flame Emperor. If I drew a Flame Emperor, I played Ace. So
Oh, really?
yeah, it was more fun to play Ace, and because you could use a lot of things. Unless I pulled way too many Fiery Dolls, then I played Kid. Then I definitely played Kid.
Yeah, Fiery Doll is really stupid with Kid.
Yeah, but like the thing is, like I got one game I got triggered so hard. He hit a Tropical Paradise. It's like it makes me burn a trash a life on trigger.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow, that's pretty good.
On trigger?
On trigger, it does it. Yeah.
No, it had a trigger main.
Yeah, it just activate main. I'm like, wow, I just got Tropical Paradise. This is just hilarious. This is like the funniest thing I've ever seen.
It's kind of low-key kind of annoying, man. Like you get punished for playing well. Like, damn.
Punished for being at high life. Well, to be honest, if you're playing yellow, a lot of time when you're playing yellow, you're putting your opponent at a high life. But we'll talk about that later, like in actual games. But how was your pre-releases? How did you pull anything good? Did you have fun?
Pre-release was it was chill. I was actually in Columbus when pre-release happened for the regional. So we did manage to go to one local out there, and it was it was kind of weird because the way they're set up over there was like there was a tiny little storefront of like 500 square feet maybe, right? So not enough to even sit and play. But once we registered, they took us like it was in a mall, so they made us walk like to the other side of the mall in this private room. I guess they rented it out, and they had like a whole giant space with like all these tables and shit.
Cool.
But yeah, it was a weird tournament, man. The pricing was kind of lame. I'm not gonna lie. It was like basically 50 people playing for a winner of EV. And the way they did it was like they basically like held 3 different pre-release events at the same time, and they just made people play 3 games or 3 rounds. And then at the end of the 3 rounds, there's like 3 undefeated. So they just gave the 3 undefeateds each a winner card.
A lot of mine were like that, but like they weren't like 50 people. It was like 32 people playing for. But how many people did you have? Like 150 or 50 people?
Oh, like 50.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then you went to a region that was it a treasure cup or a regional? It was a regional.
It was the regional, I believe.
A regional cup, and then
it was regional.
You said things didn't go too well, right? Well, I mean, it was last OPO2. Well, how was last OPO2?
I'm trying to recall actually. I started off tournament pretty well. I won game 1. I won game 2. Game 3. I believe that's when it started to go to shit. Game 3, I actually had it on stream, and I think I lost by like 1K on stream against a Zoro deck. And then I believe game 3 or game 4, I went up against my worst matchup, and I lost to that one. That one was really rough.
Law or Smoker?
Kid.
The hell?
Yeah, I played against Kid, and he saw Kid, and then after that game, I kind of regrouped with my team, like the guys I went there with, and mind you, we were playing in like this fucking hot ass like warehouse. Like the AC wasn't working. We're in Columbus, you guys. It's fucking hot up in this bitch. Okay, we're sweating like crazy. And there's 4 of us. Round 5. So like we finished round 4. We were all X2, all 4 of us. And this tournament only had
8 rounds.
I believe the cap was like 500, and like 250 or something showed up. It was like a huge margin of people didn't even show up for the tournament. So we were like, they're not gonna do the full 8 rounds or whatever. They're only gonna do like 7 or they're not gonna do 9. They're only gonna do 8. And if you're X2, you're not gonna make it.
You might get a
with
chopper.
8 rounds.
Yeah.
Right. So we were just like I wanted to stay, but one of the guys was sweating like crazy. We felt so bad for the guy. He was gonna get heat stroke. We were just like, let's just go. Wow. So we left. yeah, we left, and then we registered for the side events, and we actually ended up going to a locals that night to play at another pre-release. This one wasn't that close though. It was like the next nearest local in Columbus that day that had a pre-release was like 30 miles away. So we took an Uber all the way out there. We're already registered, by the way. I was elected to that pre-release like way back when pre-release registration happened. But when we got there, the owners were like telling us like, oh yeah, we don't go by the app. It doesn't matter that you're elected. You have to be here.
Yeah,
and like
they give priority to locals. Yeah,
so they had a whole thing, but like, dude, we had it all set up on the app already. Why didn't you guys say anything on the app? Anyways, but so we ended up just going there for no reason. So that was a waste of time.
Yeah. I mean, well, does that make sense? Like they would do priority to their local players rather than the sign up, because Bandai sign up, but they don't like announce anything. You can't make an announcement, I don't think, on there. It's just
I don't know the details on that, but it is, I mean, isn't it like common knowledge that pre-release registrations occur all the time before?
But I think it's also, I think in my experience, most shop owners, most really smart shop owners will just say it's in-store sign up. But like it just makes it makes it hard both ways. Like there actually is no good way.
Well, so the way that they did it that was kind of frustrating was that, first of all, their pre-release, their cap was like 5 people. No joke. I was like, capacity 5. Like, how the hell? You could only have a 5-man tournament. And then when we went there, we did see like it was super small. And even though we got there 30 minutes early, they said, yeah, people already signed up. Like, damn, people came 30 minutes early to sign up apparently, because they did registration that day, I guess. But I don't know. It was weird. It was very unusual.
Yeah. Sounds like a strange trip. It's a very strange trip you had.
Yeah, I felt kind of bad about it, but it is what it is. I did have a few other I think 2 other pre-releases lined up for it, for the ones in LA. So
yeah. Ooh, I forgot to make this announcement too. So we both got into Pasadena, right? Also with that. So if any of your listeners are going to be in Pasadena, come see us, come bug us. If you say, hey, I watched the Kek Cast and I hate this podcast, I'll give you a loser Don. Okay.
Ooh. Kek, if I see you there, I'll be sure to tell you so I can get a loser down.
Yeah, okay, sure. Yeah, I'll definitely bring you some extra loser down for free, okay, Saucy?
Hey, I need to collect 9 more. Gotta catch them all.
Gotta catch them all? Yeah. I could get you some. I'll hook you up with some. Okay.
Hey, y'all heard that, right? No, I'm kidding.
Okay, so pre-release was pre-release. Don't think I got but set 3, right? So set 3 came out. It's really great playing Doflamingo because you don't really need a whole lot of cards. Like I had to swindle a bunch of cards just to play. I'm making a Croc deck because Will to Win Gaming is actually like, guys, I'm focusing on Croc because I think it's the best deck. I think he just wants to like crap on Blocker Marco because Blocker Marco is like the entire meta of this whole meta. I feel like, it's based around Blocker Marco. Blocker Marco is the best blocker in the game by far, right? Just standard wise. And I would say that things like blue deal with Blocker Marco very well, especially I actually even think some Big Mom also deals with Blocker Marco pretty well. But like 2 Blocker Marcos, if you see a Whitebeard and they say 2 or 3 Blocker Marcos, they just win. Like there's just like, I don't know how you lose. It's like the new nut. As long as they have enough cards to feed it not being destroyed 100 times, right?
Yeah, I was just having this conversation with a buddy of mine, actually. Not necessarily just the 4-drop Marco, the 5-drop Marco also. They're just literally like bodies that just trade for value so well. They just literally eat an attack and they only ever cost you 1 card to save. So unlike being swung into for like 2K more.
The thing is, most of their events are very valuable. So them discarding an event instead of a 2K counter, right? Let's say if that was a thing, them discarding an event is almost equal to like 3 or 4K counter, right? So like
Depends on the event.
Yeah, I mean, most of the time they're going to be using just their defensive events, right? They're not. Most people aren't using offensive events unless it's Fire Fist, which, you know,
more like the Searcher event. That's like prime targets.
Oh, yeah, you're right. But people make mistakes and they use those. They just use them right away. They don't even care. They're just like, use it. Oh, Jozu, let's go. Yeah. Like,
I guess it just depends on the situation. Like if you're the one that's being the aggressor, you tend to not need to keep your defensive counter.
I actually haven't experienced a lot of 5-cost Marco yet because at my locals, there just isn't a lot of people playing that. People are pretty stuck on yellow right now still. Like it's the hot thing right now and people think it's fun. It's pretty good. All the prices have gone up. Moms were $3, now they're $12. You know, like they shot up like mad.
They were $3 before?
They were $3 at some point. Yeah, like the first 2 days, like after
I never seen them at $3.
They shot up to 12. I was like, what the heck? I bought them for $3. I bought a handful for $3.
People are building that deck.
Yeah, last Saturday it was at $3. How about that? And then
you need like 3 or 4 of those.
Yeah, 4 for sure.
Pero Sparrow, Cracker. You know, the usual.
Yeah, I actually do have a new video coming up, and I have more clickbait with a big ass in there with a mom because I'm making a pure mono yellow deck with mom. I played it at locals tonight, and it's been actually pretty fun. It actually does well. It's just sometimes I could lose due to variance or maybe even bad play, which I'm getting over right now. But
new color, what can you do?
Most of my games were a little too close, to be honest. Right?
Do you run the Soul Pocus?
Soul Pocus? No. I run.
I love that card.
What does that do in trigger? Holy cow! I didn't even think about that. I'm putting Thunderbolts in my trigger in my life. That's
Soul Focus is so good on trigger. It just makes them lose a life or you gain a life.
Yeah, maybe I should be using that.
That card is so funny, dude. Yeah. I'll just like use when I am actually building Yellow Mom too. And what I'll do is I'm running like 3 Soul Focus. So if I just trigger it naturally, then fine. But the deck, I just rush to 3 life, and then I set up Soul Focus on life. And when I take a life, I'm just like, okay, you want to take a life, or you want to give me a life back? Every time.
So funny, most of mine have been based around Thunderbolt, because that's what Will told me to do. Because I just been being Thunderbolt in my life, and then Shirishima's the mermaid, right?
You're talking about what's her name?
Shirishimi? I don't know. She's a graceful charity. That's what she is.
Yeah. Shiranui or something.
I don't know. I've had a hard placer one time before, which is pretty hilarious.
Oh god.
Yeah, I'm like, I have to hard place
this.
this.
Pay 5, play a 0 drop.
I had 0 counter in my hand other than her, so it was definitely worth it that I actually won the game. But
sometimes that's all you can do.
Yeah, but no, I have games where like I draw like 4 Thunderbolts, and I'm like, I'm just gonna place this here, and my opponent had. But the thing is, some opponents.
Irahoshi. That's what it was.
Some opponents don't know what yellow do yet. So you're sitting here like Thunderbolt, and they're like, "Oh, that's pretty crazy." And then you trigger it, and they're like, "Wait a minute! Oh, that's a trigger? Like you just saw me use that card, dude. I don't know what you want."
Like a removal.
That actually makes it annoying for Whitebeard, because if you put 1 there, they're like, "Oh, I need 2 Marcos," because like you're just gonna throw all your Dawn on your leader and swing if you kill their own Marco, right? And it makes it hard.
You gotta line it up though.
Yeah,
if you don't line it up right, then you just, you miss your window.
Yeah. Well, you can like sometimes bait them to do dumb things. You can use a Katakuri, put the Marco into their life, right? They have to take the life the next turn, but maybe they'll big brain you and play a Whitebeard, right? And then you just play a 10-cost mob, and they're like, oh damn, this sucks. Like this is, but generally Whitebeard's a good matchup into bomb.
Bro. Yeah, I hear that
Yeah.
actually.
Yeah,
I
it's
hear
what it is.
Whitebeard has
They
a
don't
good
they don't
matchup.
have life, so you can't really have value from your 10 cost mom almost ever. And so you actually don't win board, and it's just a frustrating thing. You have to rely on Thunderbolts to like you have to build the field and then rely on Thunderbolts. It's a little silly. But
Yeah, Big Mom just randomly like gets out of hand because
Mhm.
sometimes they just have all the triggers that they
Mhm.
need and they just like steamroll.
Mhm.
But there are times where they don't see any triggers and they're forced to actually like play fair One Piece. And when they play fair One Piece, the deck actually doesn't feel that
No,
strong
it needs
until you get to like
it
10.
needs at least one or two triggers at some point in the game in order to compete fair. You basically
Right.
need you almost need the triggers just to get to 10 life, because understand that this deck has no blockers. It has brulees, okay, but that barely counts, right?
That's why I don't actually agree with all the lists that I see people running because
Mhm.
they cut the 2-drop blocker.
The
I
two
think that
drop.
card is actually really good.
Yeah, it's not
It just keeps you
bad.
alive.
I think you're
I know
right.
it's not a good card. It doesn't feel good to play in a format where like, the 5-drop Marco exists, but
Mhm.
you can play around those cards. You know what I mean? Like
Well, if
you could play
by
that
having two of them, that's how you do it. That's
two of them, or like you gotta watch your curve. Like if they're on,
Mhm.
they already passed their 5 dawn turn, and you could
Mhm.
play that and feel safe
Well,
unless they're gonna spend.
the annoying thing is, and when I'm playing Yellow Mom, is that most of the time your characters are like almost never protected, right? When you place a character, it's almost never protected. At some point, you're placing 10 cost moms, so then you used all your dons. You have nothing protecting them.
Mhm.
And these blockers, like in blue, protect my other characters, right? In a way. And sometimes, like Kuma
Mhm.
just literally is a character that why will protect my other characters and make a new one. So that's where like
Fair.
I'm playing this, and I'm like, okay, well, I'm gonna play some Crocodile. So to go back to this, I've been playing Croc as well, right? And that's
Mhm.
been okay. I think I need to change it a little bit because I'm not playing one cost law. Maybe I should be. Um, and it does well in
I
some of
like
these
that
red
card.
matchups, but I'm placing some like decent yellow players. I'm like, oh, this does nothing into yellow because I just can't bounce a single card, or there's no point to. So why am I playing a
Oh.
Croc? Like I have to see Sentamaru, right? If I see Sentamaru, then it's
Mm.
actually I might win, right? If I see Sentamaru.
Against yellow.
Against yeah, because you have to go
Mm.
wide. And that's where I'm like, wait a minute, Doflamingo goes the widest. So if I like if I get Doflamingo, use Doflamingo skill like almost every turn, every single turn, and I don't even need to see a Mihawk unless they play a 7 cost mom. That's the only real value target I can bottom deck,
Yeah.
right?
A lot of times when I play yellow, I don't even bother playing the 9-hawk. The turn I can, because the thing is, like, the turn you play 9-hawk is also the turn right before they play the 10-drop. So that should be the turn actually you're applying the most amount of pressure,
Mm-hmm.
because on their 10 dawn turn,
You need to
all they're
go
gonna
mad.
do is use all their dawn to play the 10-drop,
Mm-hmm.
and they can't do anything else. So if you are on your 9 dawn turn and you go heavy, like go really hard to life,
Mm-hmm.
and they play the 10-drop, the very next turn after
You
that,
lose.
you're gonna go really hard again. They just can't handle it. It's so
Yeah.
much coming at them.
Well, it
And
reminds me when you
life is
play a
not
Mihawk,
enough.
right? When you play a Mihawk, the turn after, your opponents punish you, right, for playing that Mihawk, right? But you
Right.
have to get a body out and start like building board again and reducing their board. It's
Mhm.
just a good value card. But yeah, you're
Yeah.
100% right. Now we're using that same logic of hitting on Mom, right? She plays a 10. We're getting
Mhm.
ready to play a 10 drop. She obviously will play the 10 drop, and you just beat her to death. And
Yeah,
if
pretty
if you
much.
play that deck, you know that like fundamentally, if you just swing for 5s and 7s or even 6s, dude, they're just like, oh no, this hurts so bad, and they have to like rely on a
Yeah, they
Kaku.
just kind of like,
Mhm.
also, like, I'm noticing a lot of yellow players, they're so greedy. Like the first 2 swings, they
Mhm.
just eat it. They're like, okay, 5K, whatever, I'll take
Well,
it. they're always just banking on that trigger.
Yeah. I
You
mean,
know what I mean?
it's the new Kaido, right? How Kaido wasn't set one. Oh, let me see Onigashima, let me see my curve, and let me place down Kaido and then queen, right? But now, like, now, or 10 drop Kaido, sorry. Yeah, then queen, and then you're just winning, right? But now with yellow, that's the new, well, I'll just trigger sack and then just chain 10 cost moms, you know, but that's only if you can like control board.
Yeah.
And I want to tell you this game I had against the Katakuri before I jump into it. It was the second game or the third game of this local, okay? And we're playing 4 games, and I'm currently 2-0. I'm playing the Doflamingo deck, and I'm just like pressuring his life, and he's like controlling my board with, Katakuris. At one point in the game, he put me to 6 life because he gave me 2. He put both my Morias at the bottom of my life. Okay, and he had 2 Katakuris.
He put you to 6 life.
He had 2 Katakuris on board. He cleared my board because I also swung with the Perona for 5. Right, so he cleared my board. He was at 2 life. I'm at 6 life, and he's about to, you know, do whatever he needs to do, like chain big moms, whatever he needs to do. And I have a decent sized hand, but I'm at 6 life, right? But he told me after the game, oh, at this point in the game, he felt kind of bad for me because he thought he had full control. He was going to win the game, and I wound up winning the game. And I wasn't surprised because that turn, all I did was use Doflamingo skill, call out a Kuma at the top of the deck. So that's going to make a Pacifisto if he attacks that, which he will attack it, right? Because he doesn't want me to just like sit there. And I had I placed a Boa Hancock and a Perona. I'm going to swing this Perona later, like eventually, right? And then I just swing with my, you know, Doflamingo, and I make a board in one turn. And then the next turn I just build, even like I play 2 more cards on the board while attacking, and he's just like, wow. I play another Kuma. I have another Pacifista, you know.
Yeah.
So he's like, wow. He told me after the game, I wish you recorded that game because I have no idea how the fuck you won that. Like, I'm like, dude, you put me to 6 life.
Let's start with the 6 life. Like, Jesus.
No,
bro.
but like he actually has a point. It was actually a close game. Going wide against Mom is very good. It's just solid. Their removal is too expensive. It is too
so their removal is very limited.
Yeah,
like
very
they
limited.
Don't have many. They have the event.
The event's
which they can't like
hell.
Right. They can't like spam that thing. They could use it maybe once or twice at most.
Even using it once, it feels so bad though. Like you have to have a good reason to use it once because it takes.
Like you need to win. You better be winning game if you're gonna use this card. You know what I mean?
I've definitely done it because I wanted to stack my life on the top. I had 2 Thunderbolts, so I used one, and then I put the other one on top of the deck because I went down to 3 life. Right. But yeah,
it's a good way to facilitate your life, especially if you have like a cracker or like the rush Katakuri in your hand.
Oh,
you could take a life, kill something, and then you could, you know, swing for advantage.
Yeah,
which is kind of nice too.
Yeah, I guess.
But man, I lost. I actually lost my second round my second loss at the case tournament was to Katakuri because they had that in their life. I'm like, bro, no way. He killed my second blocker, and I needed 2 blockers to win that game. But yeah, that card's trigger effect is pretty insane.
Thunderbolt?
Not gonna lie.
Yeah, I mean, it makes up for how expensive the actual effect is. So I feel like it's relatively balanced. You know, the Jet Pistol's been a card for such a long time. I'm desensitized to the most broken triggers in the game, which is these Thunderbolts.
But yeah, I mean, like Jet Pistols, you can kind of avoid. Thunderbolts, those things just kill whatever, like any 5 cost, dude. That's insane.
The hilarious thing too is when you're playing Big Mom and you actually stack it on top of your life, they know it's coming too. They're like, wow. I've had someone pass turn before, and I go, okay, I will do the same thing. I'll grab the bottom life and put another one, so I have 2 on top of my life.
And now you're killing 2 things.
Yeah, it's funny. It's a whole nother game, but
it's a pretty trolly card.
Yeah,
I think Big Mom would be such a good deck if Katakuri wasn't so popular.
Mm-hmm.
But Katakuri low-key counters Big Mom.
It kind of makes it annoying. Yeah, actually, no. I'm stacking the deck, and they're like literally stacking my life, and they're literally moving my life. So yeah, that's what happened today in my last round. He was doing that stuff, so I literally didn't. I knew right away I just wasn't going to use Big Mom's skill. I was just going to go for. I was going to use it later, right? I'm going to chain 2 Big Moms and then use it later. But
you're playing a vanilla leader, basically.
Yeah, but like, what's the difference? I can use it later when he's chaining his Big Moms, right? So he can't actually abuse that fact. That's what I was going for.
So, do you like to go first or second against Katakuri?
As Big Mom, I think you just want to go first, regardless of who you're facing.
You like going first?
Yeah, it's just the curve's good. Like the curve's good.
I feel like it's so awkward on your 7 Dawn.
You have control of board. That's basically what my process is. You get control of board a little sooner than your opponent. That's my thought, and that's why I like to go first. Is it? And also, you have option to place the 7 cost Mom, but I've been playing against Whitebeard. I think I'm going to choose to go second now because I think I need that extra Dawn just to attack Whitebeard. Like I'm like kind of tired of like, wow, this Whitebeard. I just need 1 Dawn to like attach one to my leader. Yeah, I'm like, yeah, maybe I'll do this and that. So I think I'll just start choosing to go second. But
I can imagine that would be a tough matchup.
Yeah, it is. But you can still play around it. Will to Win Gaming just does. He says he just literally at most things he just puts a lot of Dawn on his leader and swings like most of the time, and he keeps on swinging until they get down to Marco's. And hopefully you can build a somewhat of a field and then just deal with Marcos and then swing big. And it's like you're kind of praying because you're not in a good situation, right? You're not systematically beating how most decks beat Whitebeard, right? But I think people need to learn how to play against Whitebeard, but it's hard. Whitebeard's a good deck. It's kind of like, you know, they banned Boat. And in my last podcast, I talked about it. They didn't ban Boat because it was too strong. They banned Boat because it was too linear and didn't have any dynamic gameplay.
I mean... Boat is too strong.
Maybe it was balanced, but maybe it was it just made some cards just really good. Okay, that's how it felt. It made their weenie
Boat
cards
just encourages a very degenerate play style of I eat everything to the face, and I'm gonna play this card that just rewards me for playing bad. And now all my cards are like basically like uncounterable. Like you have to block it.
Yeah.
But, you know, I'm pretty sure, I mean, they definitely banned that card because it just got way too consistent with the new Searcher and all the new support Whitebeard's getting. It's just too good.
What is your locals a lot like right now, like today when you saw, like, a lot of mine was yellow and a lot of mine just was Katakuri.
We got a lot of yellow.
And people are trying Arlong. I don't understand why they're doing that, but I actually felt the heat against Arlong for a second.
Oh, you felt the heat?
Yeah.
I feel like Arlong is so free, dude.
I know. I actually had a close game against Arlong. I did another game with him, and I think he beat me, like as a practice fun game. But I was like, some of these trigger cards are kind of nuts. But I was able to like control a couple of them. Like I put one of their trigger cards to back to their life, and then I used Big Mom to get rid of it. But no, they would just hit Pump Gibson and also the green trigger guy that like is basically Pump Gibson, and I was like, wow, that's like a Fishman. That's basically Pump Gibson on trigger.
Oh,
yeah. It's just on play, rest a card. That's his whole skill.
Okay.
He's like
I think there's another one that rests like 2 bodies.
Yeah, but that's different. That no one plays him in that. They don't play that. They don't play Jin in that deck. This is a trigger card that rests anything. And yeah. But he would do that, and I'd be like, wow. There's no point for me to play a blocker, but they're all Brûlée, so it doesn't matter anyway. And like, I'm expecting him to like trigger and like rest my Big Mom character. You know, like, and that happened like a couple times. I still won.
It looks like a fun deck. I mean, you're cheating out bodies, kind of like Dofi.
Yeah, but they're cheating out standing, so they can't actually deal with it. But the cards the cards themselves have powerful on play effects, but require Dawn to actually attack. So it's pretty bad.
I could see a lot of the yellow cards being really good in that deck because you start with less life than your opponent. You know what
I mean, yeah, you hit Cracker and you hit other cards too, yeah.
Yeah, like Rush Katakuri. So all your cards are like super explosive. Wait, no, you can't cheat Rush Katakuri.
No, I wouldn't do Rush Katakuri.
I guess Cracker is your best target.
Cracker is literally your best target to play. But all the other Fishman people, like you're playing Hachons. It's like a 2K counter, right? The unfortunate thing is it's eating your hand where Dofi is eating your deck.
Nothing.
So that's great. That's so great, but it comes out as rested, so it doesn't. So your opponent has a chance to like fight against it. So it actually eats your hand in a way. Actually, it does eat your hand.
Free value, but yeah,
it's actually not even free value. You're trading it for cards in your hand if they attack it. So that makes me think about it. I never thought about Doflamingo like that. But let's put the Doflamingo brains together now for a second, okay? We're gonna put our Dofi brains together. We're gonna really think hard about this because I'm pretty much Dofi training it. I have a tournament on the 15th of June I'll be streaming on Twitch. For
you got a big event going on?
Yeah, exactly. There's one on the 15th of June. I don't remember what the
June.
Sorry, July
already.
July.
What is it? A Treasure Cup?
It's something. It's that or a regional. I'm just gonna
look.
So it is July 15th. It's play and it is a regional.
Oh, I didn't know that. Nice. I have a One Piece event on the 15th. You want to know what it is?
What is it?
It's the One Piece Music Symphony at the Dolby Theater. I'm going with my girl.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I'm excited.
It's like an orchestra. I have another one 8 days after. Apparently there's a Sunday one I'm doing. I forgot I've signed up for that. It's a Sunday event. Dude, what the hell?
Don't you get into all the events?
Yes, I do, but I have to that's why I write them down in a book and I'm like looking at
them.
Yeah,
I know.
Crossing
out I wish I had that. I wish I had that problem.
Yeah, I forget which one I'm in. Oh, I'm in this one. I guess I'll go to that one.
It's so hard, you guys. I can't keep track of all the events I get to do.
Yeah, now I have too many choppers. By the way, selling chopper, please. So it's pretty bad.
How many you got?
I have one for sale. That's all I have, but I've sold 3 before. Actually, shout out to my homies. So basically, I was trying to sell some, and they're buying it to collect it and to have choppers. And they were going for like 380 at the time. And I was just saying, hey, I'll sell it to you for 300. And then before they agreed to that. Before they actually got the card, they dropped down to 300 on TCG. And I said, hey, man, I didn't trade it. I didn't give it to you yet. I know we agreed on this, but I haven't given it to you yet. I really would not feel comfortable giving this to you for 300. Like, could we be civilized? Could you do 260? And they're like, yeah. They didn't even argue about it. They're like, because they felt kind of weird about it because they would have paid me the 300 for it then, you know.
Wow.
And they both were gonna do it too, maybe the 300. But I told them I didn't like that. Like I didn't want them to overcharge them because it's just they're just cards I got, you know. And
they're just fancy pieces of cardboard.
Yeah. But that's, you know, I'm using it to make some investments in myself. So
hell yeah, dude. Do it.
I'm just putting it in the bank.
Almost are the best.
I'm trying to save up. Basically, I'm trying to save up some money, you know, for future.
What are you
housing.
Trying to? What are you trying to buy?
Future housing, you know, just get some money get some money under myself, right? It's like, well, how much are you saving? 1,000 a month.
That what Jackson is doing? That's why Jackson has all these Luffys, right?
Yeah, but it's different. I'm playing with cents. He's playing with dollars. Okay, that's he has a problem. I have 4 choppers. Like, oh, I have 5 Luffys. I need to sell 3.
We all can be as good as Jackson.
Dude, that was nuts. Yeah,
Jackson out there. But no, I feel you, man. Yeah, that's how I'd be feeling when I go to events. I feel like I put too much pressure to try to win these cards, but it's like, man, gotta just enjoy it sometimes. Cuts out all the fun, you know?
Yeah. That's what's kind of nice about the webcam events, because it's not like you wasted I'm not saying I went to this event, I wasted money to go to an event, right? But I mean, I guess I do well webcam events anyway. I just love webcam events because they're so cheap to go to, you know? So is that so hard to say?
Yeah, I mean,
Actually,
$30.
I had this thing. Some guy started arguing with me on another Discord, right? And I wasn't trying to argue anything, but I was saying I like webcam events. And he's like, basically, he's saying well, there's an aspect of real life events that is missed from not having webcam, like reading your opponent, that kind of thing. You've talked about that before. And there's an aspect of that poker, right? And reading your opponent, talking with your opponent, right? There's an aspect you can have over that, and you can't really do that on webcam at all. I try to as much as I can because I talk a lot with my opponent, right? And I think out loud to them, and it makes them like think in this third degree. But it's when it comes to online webcam, he was just kind of like having this argument. Like, so you're saying webcam is just like objectively better, you know, like a better gameplay. And I'm like, if I can save $600 and do a tournament, I would do that. Like, right? Like, it's just like if we're on travel, then yes, that would be we're playing the same game objectively, right? If we can think about it objectively the same, but there is aspects that are different in real life, but may not be worth to give up for that much money to travel, right? Because that's essentially at the end of the day, that's what we're giving up. We're giving up money to have a different experience in a way.
You know, like not everybody has the means to, you know, travel to these events, and that's totally understandable. And while there is a difference in playing like in-person events as opposed to like online, sometimes that's the only options that you have. So I think both should exist because it's good for the game for people to have different options.
Yeah. Do you think too with the Katakuri, like you have to reveal the card? How much does that actually change of the game?
I think
it actually might impact it a lot more than I thought initially.
You know what? I actually had the reverse thought. Like initially I thought it would ruin the deck in like competitive play online. But then somebody brought up to me that when you use Katakuri's effect, you only have to reveal actually if you're looking at your opponent's life.
Yeah.
You don't have to reveal if you're looking at your own life. So, you know, it's not completely unplayable. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's still good to do it on your opponent or on yourself.
And the thing is too, like how I don't know. Let's say you just never choose to do your opponent's life, even if it was a better choice. If you just choose to always do your life, it's still 1K power, right? So like, how much is it lost out of that? And you probably have an idea of what cards are in there to help them out. I guess the only time you would absolutely always do it if they're playing yellow, because they'd already know what their life is. So you might as well reveal it for both of you.
True.
Yeah, because like, what's the difference?
Most Katakuri I play, they check their own life. They don't check my life. So
yeah, I mean, one checked mine because I was playing Big Mom, but I was playing blue. Yeah, they never touched it. They never touched my life ever.
Yeah, one guy today I played against, he looked at my life and he actually put it to the back, and I was like, I wonder if that was a trigger.
It's probably
at the end of the game. You know what it was actually at the end of the game? It was a searcher. Because he was trying to screw me up. Because I was like, I opened with no searcher that game. And then when he swung, he saw a searcher.
Oh my god!
I drew a searcher on my next turn. I'm like, oh, you bastard!
That's actually
fuck me up.
Pretty cool, actually. That I think about it. If you're playing against guys, if you're playing Katakuri and you see a searcher, even online, okay, put that shit to the bottom.
Yeah, he was trying to mess me up, you guys.
Yeah, that's a high value.
It was
card.
all good.
Kuma. If you see a pacifista, put that to the bottom, right? If you see a like mellow, put that to the bottom.
Bro, 100%. If I see a Mihawk, a 9Hawk, that shit's going to the bottom.
Really? I think it's on the top. Because they're gonna be flooded with Mihawks at that point.
No, I want it to be their last life, so that I know that they're gonna have a brick that they will never play.
No, you're right. You can't play Mihawk when you're at like 2 or less life.
Right. You take it as your last life, then you're like, okay, well, this is dead. Also, obviously, if you see the trigger, right, the event, 3
I
worlds. You kind of want to put that in the back if you don't
well,
want to get
you're
your
gonna have to
chip
deal with
on
it
'em.
at some point. It might be a bit easier to deal with it at the beginning, you know.
Yeah, I guess it
Especially if you
depends.
don't, especially if you're
Depends
playing
on board
yellow.
state.
Because if you're playing yellow, you know, what are you gonna do? You're gonna attack them. You have a cracker out. They can't get rid of that on trigger. They're gonna just be like, okay, it's gonna go to your hand. Do whatever you want with it. Like I'm just gonna play 8 cost
If you have
Katakuri.
like a Pero Sparrow, you'd want that at the bottom.
Yeah,
Unless
yeah.
you don't
But
mind
like
losing that.
Jinbei actually also deals with Sparrow so well. So it's
Yeah.
you have this weird game of Jinbei versus Sparrow going on. You know, it's kind of like
I actually,
uh,
I almost had the opportunity today, but I didn't go for it because I didn't see the Pero Sparrow coming. Like it could have been right. It was like they went first, I went second. First turn I Perona, and then I saw the Jinbei, but I was like, okay, does he have the Pero Sparrow or do I play the Boa? I'm like, I'm just gonna play the Boa. I'm gonna go for
yeah.
value instead of like risking.
Mm-hmm. They just killed
And
it.
then
They
they play
just
Pero
attacked into
Sparrow.
it. Oh, yeah.
Huh?
Did they just attack into it? Your
The
boa
Boa?
though? Yeah.
Yeah, but they have to use all their Dawn to play their Pero Sparrow.
Yeah. Well, if you just save the boa for the next turn, right, and you have the Jinbei there to like kind of back up the boa at the very least. I like doing the boa on the turn after, on my 5 Dawn or later turn. Or I guess you went second. So, but by the way, do you place the Perona on turn 1 or turn 2 on going second? I thought you usually changed place to turn 2.
I believe I played it in turn 1 actually.
Oh, is that a mistake you think against yellow? I think that might be a mistake.
Why would it be a mistake?
Because why do you need to play a Perona on turn 2? Why wouldn't you play it on turn? Or why do you need to play it on turn 1? Just play it on turn 2 when you're going second.
Oh, because I run. It honestly, it just depends on the situation. But
yeah, well,
in that one, I didn't have any 2Ks. I actually played my Perona early so that I could see, like, I could arrange my 2K, so I could draw it on my second turn.
Yeah, but like, oh, I don't know.
But I know what you're saying. Like playing it on your second turn, so you could see deeper into your deck.
It makes sense to play the Perona early if you're against like red or law, because you want to swing into their little chibis, right, the whole time. Like or a Perona if they like somehow leave that rested, right? But if they're playing yellow, which they're not going to have any of those, you know, just
gotta kill them. Just kill them pudding, man.
Yeah, but the puddings aren't going to be rested ever. Their puddings are just
it's
Katakuri fodder, you know.
See, I run. Oh wait, you run the 1-drop law, right?
I don't run that anymore. No, I do not.
Oh, see,
I took that out.
That's another reason why I play Perona turn 1 is because if I see a 1-drop law, I'll put it from my draw, and I can still play and use leader.
Oh,
but
yeah, no, you're right. That actually protects your boa and stuff. Yeah, no, you're right.
That turn, I actually just did that because I wanted to get more 2K counters because I didn't see any 2Ks. I wanted to draw on my second turn.
That makes sense.
But
okay,
yeah. So in that game, I just went for the boa. And then actually it worked out because by then I kept drawing more boas. I had like 3 boas at one point.
Yeah.
Because yellow has such a good curve where a lot of times they have to tap out to play their curve.
Yep.
And they just don't have the power to clear your board.
Yeah, they can't fight for board if they want to do what they want to do. And it's like so obnoxious to look at this like, okay, on 7 Dawn, I have to play this. On 9 Dawn, or at 8 Dawn, whatever, they have to play this. And at 10 Dawn, they're chaining big moms, right? And there's like no room for interpretation, which actually makes it too unpredictable. It makes it too predictable. Where Doflamingo, that literally you don't know what's coming actually ever. You know there are going to be 7 warlords coming, but you don't know which ones, and that changes the dynamic by a mile. And sometimes it can be really
the only thing that's predictable about Dofi is 9 Dawn. That's it.
Even now, I'll actually maybe push it even further back if they don't have anything to remove, right? And if I have a 3,000 worlds, I'll just use Dofi skill and do 3,000 worlds instead. and I'll still have enough Dawn for like a Love Mellow.
It's true.
Ends up being super value, right? That's what I'm going for. Really good. Especially against yellow.
Well, the best value is actually you go like 7 Dawn turn, leader swing into 7 worlds or 3 worlds, and then 9 you go Mihawk. So good, dude.
Well, I've been doing that too, but like it gets 3,000 worlds. It gets good. I should probably go. I need to bump that to 4. Like the curve right now feels so good with it, and I'm running 4 right now. It just feels too much. It feels too bricky. Okay.
And like you think it'd be really good, right? Against certain matchups. Like today, for example, I played Law. Dude, 9 Dawn turn, I double 3,000 worlds to him. I bought him deck a Luffy and a blocker Law. I still lost. Like Law is just there's no beating Law, bro. Look, that turn was so strong for me. I go swing it, kill Bonnie, bottom deck the Law, bottom deck the Luffy. So he lost 3 characters, 2 of his 5-drop, and a Bonnie.
But he already built that up.
Still lost that game. Huh?
Yeah, but he already built it up. What if you just did it in 2 turns? You just do Dofi skill 3,000 worlds. Next turn, Dofi skill 3,000 worlds.
I mean, that is one route you can go with, but that's not the route that we went with.
Yeah.
I don't know if that was going to make a huge difference.
To beat Law though, a lot of the time you have to draw like a couple of Jinbeis, play pretty optimally.
You really do.
You have to play pretty optimally, and they have to not see 2+ Bonnies or 3+ Laws. Like
if you're playing against a competent Law player and they see a Bonnie and the blocker Law, you're screwed.
It hurts.
It
hurts. You have more options now. I think actually they don't know what to do now with 3,000 worlds in play, right? They might be more like, oh, I don't know what my curve is like, how he's gonna curve out now, right? That's where I'm like, I'm not sure if you absolutely need the Mihawk, but in that matchup, no, I don't think you need the Mihawk, right? Like if you can push the Mihawk down, then you'll be fine. That's why I have one Gum Rain now. I keep on coming back to it, and I'm like, I think I like this, but I don't know if I need another 3,000 worlds just to deal with Marcos. But I feel like 3 is the healthy number. But sometimes variance for 3-ofs, it can be hard, right? That's all.
3 is a good number. I'm running 4, and I haven't played a lot of red actually. Like I wish I played more red so I can test it out more. Most of the decks I play right now are yellow. And then I lost today against an ace deck where I saw like 3,000 worlds, but I only used 1. I had 1 brick in my hand.
How can you use any more than 1 against ace? What is he gonna play?
Play a second Marco. But he actually goes Marco, and then he went to ace after that. And I was trying to find my Mihawk, but I never could see the lineup of that game.
Yeah, that's hard.
Yeah, it's rough.
That's so hard. It's so hard. Yeah, but our builds are pretty cool. But I think maybe that Gum Rain. Trust me, I don't know what it is. I don't know why I thought because I kept on putting more bricky cards. These 3,000 worlds they can brick, and that's like another option for the bricks. Basically, that was my option, which doesn't make sense. I just saw the value of it in pre-release and thought this is pretty good in pre-release. That's why I picked it up.
I think you just play the Kaya, right? Are you running Kayas right now?
I don't run Kayas. I run all my 2Ks are still Alvida, still Alvida, and the other one. I
think Kaya will fix the issue, like the bricking issue.
But you have to play it like that. That makes your deck. Your hand worse.
Well, if you think about it, you're playing it mostly against like red, like Zoro, for example. And Kaya and Zoro is actually not that bad. She's still a body you can swing with.
She's a 0K. What are you talking about? She's a body.
You could kill a body with it. Put 2 Dawn on her. She's not like useless.
I'll attack. A Kaya in your hand might be worth more than the Kaya in the bush. Okay, so it's fine.
I think it depends on what else you have in your hand. Like if you have 2 9 Hawks in your hand, and you know you're not gonna play it against Zoro.
It seems like you're trying to use Kaya as a dig for more Mihawks. You switched it down to a now I'm trying to ditch 2 Mihawks.
Oh, I just want some 2K counters. That's what I need.
Yeah, well, that's why I keep Alvida. I liked having her just as a 2K counter, but she can very rarely be the nail in the coffin against some very pesky decks with the little shitty blockers, right? If you happen to be running away with the game a little bit. I
traded my Alvidas for the Kayas because I never play them. I never played
You traded your alt Alvidas?
Hmm?
Your alt Alvidas? Oh no, you still have them. You just traded them out. And they're probably all the same.
I traded all of them for that. No, actually I didn't. I was running 2 of the Bond Clay, the Impel Down Bond Clay, so I took those 2 out and then 2 Alvidas for the 4 Kaya.
Yeah, I don't know. To me, they're all 2K counters to me. So it doesn't like we're like, oh, could you play this? Could you play that? I'm like, I think I prefer it. I think I prefer the 2K counter in the hand, you know. And you're somebody who you like to play 10 2K counters. So that's where our list kind of differs a little bit, right?
Kaya's the only one that, I mean, you know, obviously Mihawk we might play once in a while.
That's like an oops, I had nothing else on top of my deck to play and I needed something really bad.
Yeah, Kaya's the only other one that I would consider playing if my hand was just really bricky. That would be the only other card I would be like, do I play this? How about Sogeking? Have you had any experience?
Yeah, so not with Doflamingo, but with Croc. Sogeking is very good. I have like a couple alts now, and I'm like, fuck yeah, it's so good, dude. It's a good curve. You're running a Pacifista game, so you have to play the Pacifista engine. Not with Kumas though. You're not really worried about that. You're Sentomaru. So then you're running a Sentomaru engine, and then on top of that, you're just dealing with everything with Sogeking and Croc skill. And basically just having Croc skill as an option there means they cannot play a Marco. So you're just kind of, you're controlling board and all of a sudden you're just swinging. And you can play pretty slow. Like you can, but I don't know if I like it. I think people like the certainty that makes red really, like red just has a problem because like, well, I actually can't play my best blockers anymore. Like I'm not allowed to.
You just lose to yellow then.
No, it does well. I think I had a hard time into yellow, but it does okay. Like I can't remove any of their big costs, but I just need to go wider. That's all. You need to go wider. Yellow doesn't have blockers. You could probably just place a couple cards and swing big with leader and a couple characters and have enough Dawn to like, and have enough blockers and Dawn to you know, help your characters. Because most of the time yellow against blue is going to go, they have to remove your board in order for you to, or from to live. And by that point, like they're like pretty hurting, right? If they have to remove your board. Because usually that's what you're doing to them, but they have to remove your board, which is hilarious.
So you really need to see Sentomaru, basically.
Yeah, I think it's absolutely a Sentomaru. If you don't see Sentomaru, I don't know how the dunk functions, actually.
Oh, really?
I don't think it can function, right? But generally, it's not like great. You're going to be swinging like big with leader the whole time, essentially.
That sounds tough, man. Relying on a 4-of to be consistent.
Yeah, I mean, that's a lot of decks, actually, when you think about it, you know, and you don't have a searcher for it, right? I guess you have a top 5 searcher with Doflamingo character.
Like Kaido, I guess. You need like to see Island, or like Law needs to see Bonnie, but Law is still good without Bonnie.
Yeah, Law.
Bonnie just puts them over the top.
Oh, is there a Bonnie searcher that's not Bonnie? No, you have to hard draw Bonnie. Huh. Yeah. I never thought about that. Yeah. Hate Bonnie.
You know what hard searches about Bonnie? Another Bonnie.
Yeah, that's why people stopped. That's why people stopped running Namis, because they were like, "Oh shoot, I saw all my bodies. I put them to the bottom of the deck."
Yeah, there's a build going around out here actually in LA, made by this one guy who is like a seasoned Law player, and he always tops events, like top 8 and everywhere he goes. His name is Nikki, and
this Nikki
his build
Goldman?
actually does. Huh?
Is this Nicky Goldman?
No, he's not.
Okay,
It's not
sorry.
Goldman. He's like, I forget. Anyway, so his build actually doesn't run Nami. He runs Dogura. You know the Dogura?
Yeah, I know what
The one that
Dogura
cheats
is.
one drop.
Yep, I know Dogura
And
is.
his build literally is like super aggro. And he goes with the right cards, he goes like turn 2 law ability.
Yeah.
Because when you have Dogura, you can literally use
Cheat
leader
another
skill on your
Dogura.
second turn.
Yeah.
Which is insane.
Yeah, I think it has some high rolling potential. I've seen that kind of list, but I don't think I think standard law, like why do you don't have to change law. It's already pretty good.
I think we need more innovation in this game, so I encourage it.
I'm actually looking for, I might proxy Queen for next set. So I think that looks really good. I'm not sure, like I'm probably gonna make any excuse to play Dofi for set 4, but Queen looks really good. Blue.
I think everyone is trying. Everyone I've spoken to has told me they want to build Queen.
Yeah, dude, this would be Queen versus Queen mirror matches, and it's gonna be like the worst experience you've ever seen. There's gonna be like insanely long, like 15 turn games. Queen versus Queen.
It's gonna be so silly. It's gonna be like, who drew the right big card to counter your big card? Like, did you draw the Katakuri? You know, or did you get the Mihawk?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, I guess like in Japan, like they're doing weird shit where they're playing like Queen versus Law, and they're like putting Law to 6 life with Katakuri. and then they actually win. I'm like, yeah, they just control board and then win
because they don't really care, right? They don't care about picking at your life until they have like an established board of like fucking 5 9Ks, like 12Ks.
Think about how many decks do that though. In trial decks, Purple did that. Purple literally did not. They dealt maybe 1 damage over the course of a whole game, right? They build a couple Kaidos and they just swing with all their Kaidos and burn 1 life, and they go, okay, well, what do you like? That's like they just win. That was literally trial deck meta for Kaido. Oh wow. It was pretty crazy.
I wasn't here for that, but I hear blue was really good though.
So blue was good because it destroyed green. Because 7 cost Kid. Doflamingo just crapped on that, but unfortunately Kaido just didn't care about either of them. So, but Kid was actually good against Kaido, but the Crocodile was way too strong against Kid. So
really?
It was a weird thing, but like Purple just didn't care. It just was like, okay, well, I'll still just play Kaido's down. They didn't have to use the -5 Dawn Rush skill. They just placed it down as a 10k body. They're just basically playing as a vanilla at that point. And they Kings as a vanilla. And then all of a sudden you had yeah, it's gross.
That's crazy. They don't even do the rush ability?
I've seen it. If they know they don't need it, because they're just gonna play, they'll play 1, not use the ability, and the next turn they'll play 1 and use the ability, right?
Oh, I see. That's smart.
Yeah,
just stack it.
Yeah, it was. I'm like, wow, this is pretty strong. It depends. You have to sometimes you play dumb against it, and you're like, wow, wait, this opponent's way too smart. So
yeah.
I
can't wait for Blurple Kaido, man. Set 4.
Blurple Kaido,
dude, it's gonna be so fun.
Yeah.
You can go back to back 9-drop Kaido. Bam, bam.
And then lose right after because you had to invest so much.
No, bro, you go back to back. If you're at 10 Dawn, you just play one 9-drop, get 2 Dawn back from your stage and your leader skill, and next turn you're at 9 again. Boom, play it again. That's freaking insane, dude.
It's so far away, set 4, dude. We have to still go through all of summer for set 3. So, like, set 3 just started. I wonder when the hype's going to die down. Because the hype died down so hard in set 2. But the hype is it's like kind of mid right now, right? I think people just want the new promos. That's why people are going to locals.
I think set 3 pretty hype right now. You think yellow?
You think the hype dies down like late August, like when is the game kind of is it going to be kind of like the low point when we go to Pasadena and we're just
not. I want the game to be healthy.
We're on episode 25.
Yeah, I want it to be like vibrant. I want it to be colorful. I don't want it to be stale, like red, just all red.
Are we gonna?
But I also know we're like at the pinnacle of red right now. Like this is the strongest red has ever gotten.
Yeah.
And
oh, dude, are we gonna do a
you know,
podcast
we
in
gotta hang in there.
Pasadena? Are you
What's
and me?
that?
Are we gonna do a podcast in Pasadena? Like we'll go to your house and just be right here where you're at right now and just record locally.
We could if y'all
Okay.
want to.
Yeah,
I
we'll
actually have some Rode mics.
Oh, I'm just
So
thinking we use the
can
same
even-
thing. We can just share, right? Is that weird?
Whatever,
Is
I'm
it-
down, but
okay.
y'all not gonna fit in here. This is my closet actually.
This is a solo room. I think
I could fit maybe one
Yeah.
other body next
Yeah.
to me, but
It'd be you and I. Okay.
it'd be very tight.
Yeah.
We'd be like sardines in here. But
Yeah. It'd be
I could
fun.
set up somewhere.
It'd be
That'd be
fun.
kind of fun though.
Yeah, just a fun
Yeah.
little chat. We'll just talk about what happened in the tournament because we'll probably be playing. I'll be coming in Friday and I'll be leaving Monday. So
Okay.
that leaves literally because we're just gonna do side events on Sunday. It leaves all of Sunday to like screw around, you know. So, and I'll be like literally across the street from the convention center.
That's dope.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
maybe you can pick up some ladies, some One Piece ladies.
One Piece ladies.
Yeah, and be like, hey, baby, I have a hotel room right next door. You want to hang out?
Yeah, I'm sharing the
That's
king. I'm sharing the
funny.
king with my best friend Julian. So it's gonna
You'd be like, hey, Julian, listen, man, I hate to say this to you, but you might need to get another
Damn.
room later.
Damn.
I'm a bad friend.
Yeah, I don't know.
listen to me,
Maybe,
guys.
maybe if they listen to my podcast. Oh, I'm such a big fan of your podcast. Listen, I know you guys that listen to this podcast. I see the credentials. It's 100% male. Okay, that's just a fact on YouTube. That's what it says. Okay, if you're a girl, I'll give you $20. Okay, that's it. Just if you're a girl, I'll give you $20. There's no prerequisite. You know, if you're watching this right now and you just like, hey, I'm a girl, just say in the comments, I'm a girl, $20, please. And,
You're gonna have random dudes come up to you during the con. They'll be like, "I'm a girl. I get $20."
Yeah, it's not June anymore. You know, I'm
Like
I'm
what is it? What is it
I'm
they
a
say
woman.
nowadays? They're like I align myself with the female race. So
the female
know.
race. Dang.
I don't know.
I mean, isn't that all it's about? Okay, that's fucked up. That's so I'm just going
that's the world that we live in, bro.
Yeah.
People just
about making money.
Yeah. No, it's about deciding on what gender you want to be whenever you want to be.
Yeah, I almost changed your on a login you had to he him to something else because I was like, oh, that's an option here. Being
Prefer
funny.
not to say, right?
Prefer not to
So
say.
many options nowadays.
Yeah.
But
hey, anyway, it's pretty late here. I gotta get going camping, right? I do what
you got a long day, buddy. You got to go camping.
I do, but
where are you going?
I'm going to like Moon Lake. It's like 3 hours east of
He said Moon Lake.
Yeah, it's like 3 hours east of Salt Lake City. So
whoa,
it's like really cold up there.
Sounds magical.
Yeah, it's pretty nice, but it's super cold. It's like really high up in the mountains. Like it's like middle of July.
Cold.
It's like the middle of
You
July. It's
gotta
hot
climb
as hell,
a
right?
mountain to get there.
No, it's just in a more mountainy area.
Oh, I can't imagine you climbing a mountain with like a pickaxe. Like
no, we're just gonna set up a big ass tent, and yeah, I'm actually reading a bunch of One Piece manga. Someone gave me like a master box of like it's like 23 the first books. So I'm taking like 7 of them and just gonna be like, okay, I'll read these.
So no data up there, huh?
No data. Nope. So, yeah. Hopefully, my whole everything blows up, and then everyone calls me some racist, sexist, homophobic, motherfucker, and I'll be canceled by then. Because I'm
a lot of racism up there, or what?
I don't know. What's Salt Lake City? It's pretty progressive. So
okay,
yeah,
that's good.
Yeah, it's pretty progressive up here.
Not in Moon Lake though. In Moon Lake, they're old school.
Only 2 genders in Moon Lake, unfortunately. So yeah.
Yeah. She and it only.
She and it. Let me she/damn titties. Yeah, that's a good one.
Yes.
I don't know if you've seen that one. All right, did you?
Is it gonna be just you, or are you going with the fam?
No,
or what?
it's my girlfriend's family. Like it's her old dad's side of the family. Like it's like a whole bunch of
Oh,
them. So it's just
alright.
my third year doing it, so it's fun.
Good times,
I
bro.
don't like camping, but I like hanging out with her. So
I've only gone camping like one time,
mhm.
and that was when I was 9 years old.
Yeah,
True story.
true story.
Oh,
What are you doing on
you
your
know what would be
YouTube lately?
cool?
By the way, go ahead.
Huh?
You
No,
said,
I was gonna say, you know what would be cool is if we went hiking while you're here.
you want me to go
Ooh.
hiking?
And like put it live. Be like Saucy and Kek go hiking.
We can go for a
Oh
walk
yeah.
or something. Sure.
I'm just kidding.
Hiking is the
I'm
same
not
as
a hiking guy.
walking. Yeah, I'm not either. Like, listen, I live in Utah. You think your area is beautiful. We have beautiful mountains. Everyone goes hiking. I don't do that, normally. But we could talk. We can go out to
Go to
dinner.
the beach.
Go to
You
Chick-fil-A.
like long walks.
We
at the
definitely gotta go to
beach?
Chick-fil-A. Okay.
Chick-fil-A?
Yeah.
Do you guys not have Chick-fil-A out there?
No, we have Chick-fil-A, but I love Chick-fil-A too much.
Oh.
That's how I connect with everybody. That's my first date. I take out every
Oh.
woman. I'm like, Chick-fil-A.
Wow.
There we go.
How about In-N-Out? You like In-N-Out?
I like In-N-Out. Everyone likes In-N-Out.
Yeah, I guess. I'm like, it's overrated.
Oh my god!
I've had
wait a
it
minute. Slow down. You're gonna ask me, do you like In-N-Out? You're gonna like this backpedal.
I'm asking you if you like In-N-Out, because I feel like everybody outside of LA is like, oh my god,
Listen,
In-N-Out's like the best thing.
In-N-Out is good. It's a good burger. That's it.
Right.
It's all right. Like, listen, I've had
good.
worse. I've had a lot worse. So in that territory, it's good. I've definitely not my favorite burger. I like their animal fries. Actually, that's maybe like what actually. I actually don't like their fries. I like their animal fries. Just
Oh really?
Yeah.
You just like the sauce with like the grilled onions.
Yeah.
You know what? I like me a Flying Dutchman.
Yeah, I know what the Flying Dutchman is. Yeah.
Flying Dutchman's bomb, dude. It's literally just meat, cheese, onions, meat.
So,
and then you eat it like that.
Do you have something against buns? It's just that's all it is. You just don't take out the bun is pretty good.
So I'm on like a low carb diet. So I'm like trying to watch my carbs.
Be like $1.50 soaking wet.
Pretty much.
How much do you think I weigh?
I wish I was $1.50 soaking wet. Shit, I gain weight, man. I've been like eating too much lately.
Okay. How much do you think I weigh?
I'm gonna say
you can be honest. Like you don't have to be like, oh.
I don't know how tall you are. That's the thing.
I'm 6 foot. I'm 6 foot.
Oh, you're 6. Oh, dude. I'm gonna say 6 feet, man. I'm terrible with weight, so I'm gonna say you're like 180.
No, I'm 230. I'm fucking fat. I've got some weight. Yeah.
Don't worry, brother.
It's okay. I'm working on it. I'm working on it. I'm
gonna get you on a low carb diet. You're gonna be skipping buns.
Yeah, I'm on the big mom diet. Okay, just whatever.
Live or die.
Live or die. I just need cream pies. That's all we need. That's all she gets.
Is that what you say to your fried chicken before you consume it? Live or die. Eat everything.
I think so.
I could say that because I used to be really big too. I lost like 60 pounds. Yeah.
Oh, great. Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's really funny because our friend Jules,
my profile picture.
Our friend Jules, who will be there, he's skinny guy. He's like eating more and taking protein shakes. He's trying to gain weight because he's just a really skinny guy. Like, skinny Asian guy. So
lucky him, right? He gets to eat more so that he can gain weight.
Yeah, but it's hard. It's probably hard. Like it's a different challenge, right? But like I'm over here like oh well, I guess I'll have a diet soda. like thinking that's healthy or something, like making excuses.
Diet
in my
is
head.
Healthy. It's 0 calories. Okay?
Yeah, but like it doesn't exactly scream healthy as I'm having a Five Guys burger and fries with everything. I might as well just have a Coke.
Skip on the fries and do bunless burger.
Yeah,
They're good.
Like trust me, I've had keto before. My breath stunk. I felt.
You done keto before?
I did keto before it was popular. Yeah.
Me too. I'm still on keto right now.
Wow.
That's actually what I do.
Okay. Yeah. Does your breath always stink? That's always a thing with keto. You have to
Can you smell my breath?
no. But
Is it okay?
we had a great.
Okay.
This is a great off tangent, but what are you doing on your channel lately? Do you have any plans? You doing any deck profiles? You just doing games?
So it's been a pretty busy couple of weeks for me, actually. So I haven't had put much content up lately, but I have a ton of footage to go through. I still have Columbus. I got Anime Expo.
Did you record your games in Columbus? Oh,
I didn't. No, it was not. It was not happening. We were like sardines. It was very cramped.
My question is, I don't know if that's working out. What would you think if you just did videos of like how to kind of beat your local meta, with whatever, right? Like,
yeah, I put actually, it's funny you say that because I did put a poll out recently of what people want to see, and overwhelmingly what people want to see actually for new content is how to get better. So that's gonna be my focus moving forward, producing content for that.
Great.
So.
Awesome, yeah.
Yeah. So that's my goal.
That's pretty cool.
Maybe do some like tutoring or whatever, coaching, I guess.
That makes sense.
That'll be fun.
One thing I've been doing, because I've been so busy with this, I actually help with Will's channel. Okay. And I make his thumbnails. Okay, so I'm gonna send you these thumbnails. If you guys look at if you guys look at Will to Win's gaming thumbnails, you can tell that most of them are kind of like mine. But for some reason, I think I make his better than mine, like by a mile. And I like this Whitebeard one. You like that Whitebeard one?
I love that one. I actually love that one.
You guys will see that this weekend. It'll be great. Just go to this. I'll even put the thing here. It's great. So I do all of his right now. That's pretty good. Just making that kind of content, but
that's funny, dude.
Yeah.
Actually, the Whitebeard one reminds me of like a Coke can.
It does.
Like the swirly.
It does. I think I'm doing like subliminal messaging. People are gonna click because they're like, "Oh, this reminds me of."
They're gonna be like, "Go Team Coke, forget Pepsi."
Yeah, but Mr. Green, the most humble, world-class Whitebeard.
Right. Yeah, he makes them classy. I love it.
Yeah, I think it's classy good. I think it's really good. But that's up with me. So you're doing new content like that. I'm probably going to try to do videos of only the games I play on stream because they're easy just to edit over. But I think what I want to do is have people commentate over for me. So I'll work with them, people like you, and you just commentate over it and just talk about the game, right, in 2x speed. I think that might be more fun for both me and my audience. So if you guys want to commentate a game, please message me. Please say something in the comments. You could commentate over one of my games that I'm playing on July 15th. That would be hype. And I can immediately upload that, make money off of you, and then I can move out of my parents' basement, and then eventually I'll make it big.
Yeah. Very simplified way of doing it, but someday it will work like that, you guys. Someday. Man.
Yeah.
It's a grind out here, YouTube. And figuring out what to do, you guys.
But anyway, as usual, where can we find your socials?
You guys know the place. Saucy Plays 333. Just look me up, Saucy Plays at YouTube, and you'll find it.
Awesome. You guys can always find this podcast on Spotify, Apple Podcast, or YouTube under Kek Cast, or you just look up KEKFILA. All twitch.tv/KEKFILA. And I'm just going to upload this pretty raw. And I just want to wish you guys a great night. And I guess we'll see you next week with a great new episode of Kek Cast. Peace out.
Oh, yeah, you guys. Hope y'all enjoy OP03 format. I don't know about you guys, but I was sick and tired of OP02. So it's great to be able to play this new format. And I'm having a lot of fun. So if you guys are having a lot of fun, leave it in the comments and let us know.
Peace.